Come on,
you guys start.
Yeah.
Woo!
There you go. Woo-hoo.
Cheers!
Cheers. Welcome
Happy Wine Wednesday.
welcome to the pond.
It says Carl and Marcel. It's actually Mira for the first few minutes.
There
See?
you go.
Because we are, oh my gosh, we are actually at a winery. That's not a fake background. That's for real.
We are at Bella Terra Winery.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
And we actually have some members who I won't put on the spot, but they're having a birthday tasting right over there. We got to say hi to them in person, which was awesome.
Because it's Bella Terra week.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's
Yeah.
Bella Terra week. We've been waiting for that for a very long time. Here we are.
Woo!
So I want to say hi to everyone. So good evening for people out east here. We just got here a couple of days ago. We are live from Niagara. We flew out on Sunday, spending a full week here in Niagara. We already had a couple pretty epic wine experience since we got here. But the main reason why we traveled all the way across the country, it's because you members voted Bella Terra Winery, the Members' Choice Award, Winery of the Year for Ontario, correct?
Yeah.
So, and at some point we ask, hey, what should we do with the Winery of the Year from Ontario and the Winery of the Year for BC? Someone said, you guys should throw a party at each of these locations. Well, guess what? We said, of course we'll do it. So here we are. 3 weeks ago, we've done our party, the first Carl's Wine Club members reunion at Black Market Wine Company out of Caledon.
And guess what?
What?
Rob and Michelle are watching from 30,000 feet in the air right now.
That is just too cool. So, okay, let's recap quickly. The members have voted in January. Black Market Wine Company was voted best winery of the year of BC. We did a party at Black Market 3 weeks ago.
That was
And guess
epic.
what? Bella Terra crew flew all the way to BC to attend to the party. And now Michelle and Rob are 30,000 feet up in the air. Just Marcel, the coolest thing, Michelle and Rob are live now. They're listening to the show in the airplane on their way here.
Spending big bucks on Wi-Fi.
I guess so.
So this was in BC. There's Rob at the one in BC.
There you go.
And just shortly here, we're going to be out doing
So,
the same thing.
so we're doing the same thing on Friday night. We have our members party. Here is Marcel right
There's
behind here.
Marcel.
And so we're planning, well, not we're planning, we're finalizing all of the details. Marcel, come and sit down. We're gonna talk a little bit more about Pond View Bella Terra. And here's the man.
Sitting, so this is like vacation.
I know.
Sitting still.
I know. I wasn't sure if I had to.
Is that the slimming camera that you have on you today?
Right?
There you go. Much better.
There you go. You know what? I would say if we put that right in between here, it's the perfect size. There you go.
All right.
So is this not like the perfect glass in this weather?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had to like tame down the waves. Like you guys don't know this kind of humidity here, right?
We mentioned it a couple times. It's like, oh my God, this is completely different. For first and foremost, we had no heat at all.
No,
at home.
that's right.
You know,
Yes.
you were in BC. It was absolutely awful, and it's still the same thing. And now it's what, 36 degrees right now?
Felt
Probably?
temperature 36. Yes, I
Mm.
think we're in the high 20s there. But spring, summer, well, official like I guess summer has officially started. So yeah,
Mhm.
we're we're right in the swing of things. So
Officially yesterday, I guess.
exactly. So welcome to Niagara.
Thank you. Thank you. Second time. Second time.
Yeah, welcome back. I
Welcome
guess.
back.
Welcome to Mira.
Welcome to Mira. Mira's first time here in Niagara with us. So we are staying. That gets funny. Like we're less than 10-minute walks from the falls. I've never seen Niagara's falls ever. And last night we had that romantic walk at
Yes.
10:30 after the fireworks.
Beautiful.
So we had a couple of nice picture with the fall. And anyway, we did it. Pretty cool though. That little strip is pretty cool.
I used to live down by the river actually there, and but I would like always like going there in the morning before the tourists show up. You know, like 6:30 in the morning or something. It's just absolutely gorgeous, and it doesn't matter. You know, unfortunately, over the years, everything is built up very touristy around. But if you can kind of blend that out, and you go there, you know, sunrise or in the evening, and you walk by there, I don't care how many times you go, it's magical. And if you stand at that one point and you look down where the water just drops down, I could stare at that forever.
I know.
So there is that moment, you know, we all know people have like gone for a swim.
Yeah.
Quite a few voluntarily, I guess. And you're like, I could never do it, like never. And then you stand there and you look at that water going and you're like, I wonder, it's like eventually you start like, I wonder what this would feel like
You know
to
what?
go for a ride. And it's like, okay, stop.
No, I didn't go that far last night. We was just enjoying. The kids enjoyed the arcade and all of the amusement this afternoon until we got caught by that thunderstorm.
Yes.
That was a pretty
But
solid.
look at it now,
Oh my
cleared
God.
up.
Wow. So let's get to wine because what's in our glass, I think it's so appropriate for where we're at right now.
Where do we have
36
that?
degrees,
Oh.
brand new, just bottled. How long ago? Oh, Mira's joining. There you go.
Hey.
Hey.
Remote from the other end of the vineyard. I like it.
Yeah.
The Sauvignon Blanc 2021. And,
Nice.
from our Chorus vineyard. So it's not right here where we're sitting. We're in the Bella Terra vineyard at the winery.
Okay.
And we're here right in the 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation. This is actually already in the Lakeshore appellation. So it's just, I guess it's on the border, just off of the 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation. And a little bit sandier soils, but it's this beautiful, like, long stretch piece of land, about 15 acres, and has this really gentle drop of 12 feet over this very long stretch piece of land. That's a great airflow, and the grapes, the vines, they just grow like weeds in there, and it's just been amazing to see the quality increase year after year.
Because that vineyard is one of the newest
Correct.
addition into your portfolio, right?
Yes, that's right. That's
So,
right.
and how old the vines are in there?
So we planted that in 2013.
2013. So,
Yes.
oh no, they're good. Okay, yeah. They're like right where they are, absolutely full with energy.
Yeah, so
They're
yeah,
growing,
it
they're producing a lot.
was an old orchard, pear orchard, like 75-year-old pear trees. You know, kind of sad, but they also, they stopped producing that amount of fruit. So it was time, anyways. And now we have absolutely gorgeous Sauvignon Blanc coming in there, and it hasn't let us down one vintage yet. Like every single vintage.
But you know what? And I
That's
see
a
it's
banger.
it's the third vintage that I taste. 2021. I tasted 19,
Yeah.
20, and now it's 21. It just keeps better every year.
And so the interesting thing is, you tasted it like 20 was extremely hot. We just talked about it beforehand. Like the whites sometimes in that time period, but I feel like that consistency from 19 to 20 to 21, like throughout. It's been.
If you need
it's
the
been really good.
lakeshore appellation because you're closest from the lake, it makes it a little bit more, I would say, consistent, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
year in and year out, even if you get some extreme vintage, this very specific block there must give you the consistent result.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we're drinking also, because I think that your sister company just won a big award last week with the gold at the Ontario Wine Award for their Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, so
The
crazy
fruit is coming from this exact same spot, right?
Well, actually, yeah. So for the Burnt Chip Bay Sauvignon Blanc, the wine company that I started with Lou back then, the reason for the Chorus Vineyard was that project, right? And you never know exactly, like you have a good idea, and Lou had the foresight to that we go and buy this piece of land based on everything that he knows about the terroir around here. But you never really know until the wine is made and it's in the bottle, right? And so what we had at that time, planted to make these $16 wines, we realized, holy cow, this can do so much more. So we actually, we still make those great value wines out of there. And that's the one that won the gold medal at the Ontario Wine Awards recently. But we have set aside some of the rows to crop it down and to just start right in the vineyard.
I think the screen will look so much better if Mira comes and sit right here, so the
There
three
you
of
go.
us can. So you come and bring some beautifulness in between these two guys. I know that Mira loves Sauvignon Blanc. Has been her. There you go. Thank you so much. I know she's been developing a passion for Sauvignon Blanc lately.
Ah, yeah, that
And when I tasted that this morning, actually, at 10 o'clock, it was already 28 degrees. And I poured that out because I wanted to do a little bit of a tasting nose. By the way, I give it a 92 points.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Excellent.
and there's a few reasons for that.
solid.
Okay,
No.
you guys can stay for a couple days.
There's a very reason here. It is Sauvignon Blanc in a nutshell. There's a purity in that Sauvignon Blanc,
Yeah.
like really, but it's not green.
No.
There's a tropical who comes like in the mid palate, who gives it texture, it gives it length, it gives a finish. It's mouth-watering acidity from start to finish. It's not too heavy. I have a hard time with heavy Sauvignon Blanc. It's bright, but there's body in there.
So this is actually, and that is exactly that what we've noticed, like from the very first vintage when the vines were very young, and we only started making this 2 years ago. Well, actually, this is only the second vintage of the Bella Terra line of these wines. But there is that hint of that grassiness that the serious Sauvignon Blanc drinkers are looking for. But there's like every single vintage had ton of that, like that guava kind of note, that
Passion
tropical
fruit.
passion fruit, exactly.
Yeah.
That we have, I feel anyways, consistently gotten in every vintage. So it's, I hate to compare it to other countries, but when you say Sauvignon Blanc, it eventually comes up, right?
There's either New Zealand, Marlborough, or Loire Valley, right? There's
Exactly.
either side. Well, no.
Daryl's here with some practical advice. Don't get sunburnt. It's too late. It's too late.
So yeah, that's
They're
how I
like-
get color. I turn red, peel, and then there's
I'm
some
the same
color.
way.
Yeah.
It's the European thing.
Yeah, you know what? I don't have that problem. Daryl, you should be right behind us, sitting under the tent, drinking wine with us. That's where you should be right now. But anyway, we won't go down that path. Yeah, purity, authenticity of the grape varietal, because the grapefruit is there. Like you do that classic grapefruit,
Yes.
but there's a tropical roundness in the mid palate, and there's a little bit of a ginger at the end who makes like pop at the end and going on and on and on. So to me, this is at $19.99 or $19.95.
Yeah, we didn't make enough. That's the
At
problem.
that,
That's the
the
biggest-
price
And there's
point.
some holes in some of your bottles. They just drain
Yeah.
really fast.
I know it does. It really does ring very fast. Geez. I always tend to compare with what we do in BC, and because of the size of production, and I can't find 1995 or 19
Including
like,
tax.
including tax.
It's the
That-
exchange rate from BC.
Hey, that's the trade-off with you guys got the LCBO to deal with.
Yeah.
But no, this is an outstanding value for under $20, including tax. I love that, and that day like today.
I was gonna say, when you say a wine is refreshing,
Yeah.
like it's today that you're saying that for.
Yeah.
It's 30 freaking 8 or something right
36.
now. 36.
Felt temperature.
Well, that's what it feels like. I don't know what it actually is. And this, you drink this and you feel super refreshed.
Yeah, and the nose is just like, oh, I love it. I love it. This is just pleasant across the board. So yeah.
So you know what?
Well,
I'm gonna grab another wine in a second. We can crack that open, and you said we can go mobile, right?
Oh,
we sure can go
walk
mobile.
around.
So I wanted to show you. So it might be interesting for some of the viewers because it's so hot. I'm gonna show you something very cold in a second. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna be right back.
So while Marcel, I'm going to sit right here, so better spot. So while Marcel is going to get a few things here in the fridge, because we're sitting
Something that might be cold.
We're sitting by the pond.
Yeah.
Here, okay. So that's the pond right at the winery, right behind the tent. That the tent is right there. So that's where we're gonna have our party on Friday. So that's where our 100 members are going to be having.
I brought the Riesling already.
The Riesling is right here.
Hey,
We just need the wine opener.
Yeah, there you go.
So
The
so yeah,
corkscrew's here too.
with
well,
the
what the heck?
what's that?
Oh, you're using it.
Oh yeah.
I'll get another one.
That's
No,
okay.
that's fine. I put the phone behind
Yeah.
it, so
Oh,
we're
sorry.
using it as a prop to hold onto the iPad. So Friday night, there's probably around 100 people, Carl's Wine Club members, Bella Terra Wine Club members as well, who are going to join us here at the pond. We're going to have a taco bar, and Michelle and Rob from Black Market Wine Company are joining us. We're going to taste some Black Market wine here in Niagara. We're going to taste, obviously, some of the new release.
I think there's still some tickets left for the dinner portion, right?
It sure does. It sure has like a 20 ticket available.
Okay.
And if
We're
any,
out under this huge, amazing tent. Which can I show them?
Absolutely.
You can see my kids playing.
because I think people were waiting to see if the summer is ready here. And
Right
now I
there.
think we're full swing. So if you guys are looking for plan on Friday night, just join us at Bella Terra Winery. It's going to be
And you know what? There is nothing more beautiful than the sunset. Like you've seen it, like down that way.
Uh-huh.
When that it just sunsets in any wine country. I don't care where it is. It's always beautiful. But
Yeah.
It's just a gorgeous spot to be out here by the pond, and I'm excited to repeat that conversation that we had at Black Market. You know, back and forth between Fred, our winemaker, and Rob. And,
I know.
And
There you go. Look at these two guys.
And this
by
time,
Scott Halligan.
they're different wines this time, right? So
Different wine, different views, different everything. But there's one thing I remember. You were talking about the sunset last year when you guys in September you did your members dinner,
That's right.
and you just released the Chardonnay, the 2018 Chardonnay, and I took a picture right from the corner of the tent there on the barrel, and that's the picture that I posted on Monday. That's that very picture, because the sunset was just like absolutely breathtaking.
Yeah, never mind Niagara Falls.
Oh, never mind, right? So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Just a quick overview that what we're because this week it's Bella Terra week. Not only we're having the members reunion here, but we're featuring them all week. We have an outstanding pack. 7 different bottles, starting with the bonus bottle. It's the Blanc de Blanc, the 2017 Blanc de Blanc. What's up?
So here, come around.
So we have a guest here. You know, traveling a wine country with your kids, it's always fun. Taking them to Niagara Falls.
There's lots of space.
There's lots of space. Oh, at Leaning Post yesterday, they were running up and down the 1.1 kilometer vineyard.
Perfect.
They did it twice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Anyway, so the Blanc de Blanc traditional method 2017 is on feature this week. An amazing champagne style. It did like I think at Black Market, people absolutely loved that wine. We got a lot of feedback. Uh, Creamy, textural, beautiful, beautiful representation of sparkling Chardonnay. Obviously made the traditional way, like they do in Champagne. So, and I remember last year when I was here, we
That's
did.
from the same block. It's from the old vines that
Yeah,
you saw the harvest.
yeah.
So.
In that,
I didn't see you pick anything, but
ah,
you
you know,
followed along. Let's put it that way.
I like to say, like, come on, we need to say, yeah, I was there. Then I was there for harvest. It just sounds better. I did harvest. No,
There
I
you
didn't
go.
pick a thing, but I tasted the first the press.
That is
I
very
I
true.
tasted the press juice, the
And that
first
fruit
press.
was yeah.
The most important thing. So yeah, the blanc de blanc. As white, we have three whites. That brand new release of the Coors Vineyard Sauvignon Blanc. I just gave him a 92 points. Outstanding summer wine. We also have Wild Ferment Riesling 2019, 90 points Decanter Wine Award. I give it a 91 point when I tasted this wine at the International Riesling Day. Of under $25, this is a serious Riesling. This is cutthroat acidity. This is zippy, citrusy.
It's my Riesling.
This
That's
is your Riesling. That's the German guy right there. It's German style. And like I said, I like to describe it. You don't fuck around with that kind of Riesling. It is just like cutthroat acidity. I love it. This is it's Mosel.
I mean, we want everyone to drink the wines right away to order more. But if you put it away, what kind of aging would you give?
That Riesling?
Yeah.
At least 10 years.
Yeah.
Easy, easy, easy,
That's
without a doubt, without even blinking. And then now at that point, at that stage, it depends what you like to geek on. Like if you're, well, look at that color. I don't think you guys will be able to see the colors because of the sun, but there's a nice, beautiful golden color. The nose, hey, there's a slight petroleum, nothing too much to turn you off. Because I know that my guy behind here, he's not a big fan of petroleum on his wine at the early stage, right? I don't mind it personally. It's something that's I love it, but this it's zippy, it's linear, it's precise.
Like I feel like, is that right to say? Like it has like almost like when it's not like super ice cold, which because then you lose a lot of the nuance.
Mhm.
But so right now I feel like it almost hits you with like a roundness, and then it just like cuts it, right? Like you get that nice fruit on the mouthfeel, and then that all that minerality just like
The stony minerality,
Yeah,
the
pulls
wet
right through.
stone, flinty. And I was talking about just a little hint of crunchy ginger in the Sauvignon Blanc. This is that gingery that's like at 100%. That's in there. Like, I have a feeling like when you eat sushi.
Yeah, this comes out way more.
Oh, yeah. Pop. Boom. So, looking for something like
Sushi, absolutely.
Oh, hey?
Yeah.
Like right there. This and another of my favorite, and I pushed to have this one in the pack as well, is the Riesling, the the Chardonnay, the barrel ferment Chardonnay, the star of the show at the dinner we did in BC.
So supposedly, according to you, we won the award with the wrong wine.
Exactly.
So we win the top 10 Chardonnay with the 17 vintage.
So,
and then you give me shit that we didn't submit the 18.
The 18.
Oh,
so
wow.
where is the story here? Marcel, he said, Carl, we just won the big award at the Chardonnay du Monde, one of the top Chardonnay competition around the world. And so they got a top 10 position. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. And I said, which vintage did you submit? They submitted the 2017. I like the 2017. When I tasted the 2018, I just stopped everything. I looked at him. I said, "You submit the wrong wine. You would have won first place with the 93. Too late. 93 points. Carl's Wine Club for the 93 plus actually for the barrel fermented 2018. The complexity of that chart is off the chart. I'm just going around right now, Niagara with Mira, and trying to source some of the top Chardonnay that we can find. And The barrel fermented 2018 is on the same list to me than one of the Batchelder, Thomas Batchelder. We tasted 8 Chardonnays with him early this week. His top one got 95 points. We tasted the top Chardonnay from Leaning Post last night, and their top one got 94 points, a 93 plus here. Just right up there with the top Chardonnay of the region. And price point wise, now I have to say that your Chardonnay is under the threshold of all of the other Rockstar Chardonnay. So when we talk about value proposition,
There's an extra 5 points. Oh no, then we're already.
well, that's where also like the balance between that's where I always like to put the price in the equation when I score the wine, because
that's where it gets. You know what? That's where it gets tough. I feel like with the scoring and so on, that's really like if. Like we all in the competitions, everything goes blind. But when you go and enter a top Chardonnay competition, and we place in that top 10, the first thing I did was look up what everyone else's price point is.
Well, exactly.
And for that,
now you got like top tier of the top 10.
So that makes me question things. So let's move on.
Well, no, because that's the first thing I did when I saw your award for the gold for the Burnship Bay. You in the listing that you won gold. All of the other people in that category, they were all at least double the price. So it means much more in terms of quality, because you're half the price. So yeah. Okay, so that's for the 3 white. So 3 Rockstar white, 92, 93, and 91 points for the 3 whites. So if you're looking for a high score pack, I'll tell you, you got a lot of points right there. By the way, this Riesling is just growing on me so much right now at 36 degrees. It's just fantastic. In terms of red, we put some big dogs in there. We put some big boys. There's a 2017 Cabernet Sauvignon that I haven't tasted yet, that we're going to taste probably later tonight or tomorrow night. And
you just have to trust me on that one.
Oh, I do trust you.
You love the 16s.
Yep.
That 17. Anyways, we'll go back to that. It just adds another whole. That 17 vintage is a sleeper vintage, I think, in this whole region, because everyone was so busy talking about 16.
Yeah, exactly.
That same thing happened actually with the 13 vintage. Everyone was busy talking about the 2012 vintage, and there is longer lasting wines coming out of that came out of the 13 vintage. Anyway, you tell me, and I'm not just talking about our wine, but for the big reds out of 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation from the usual suspects, I feel like after everything that I've tasted that the 17's approachable now, but they're going to last longer in the bottle than the really approachable 16's over the long term. Right?
But you know what? I think you're already starting to see the difference between 16 and 17 from here, because now 17s are tasting so much fresher.
So you've tasted some of this?
Absolutely, absolutely. And what I'm seeing is 16 already peaked. They already peaked.
Yeah.
And you're 6 years in. They peaked already, or they are really close. 17, you feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a lot of them.
Up.
I feel like another 3 years or so, but you got to start drinking them now.
Absolutely.
But
and when
the 17, I mean, 1 year difference. You're absolutely right. I think there's a lot more youth.
Absolutely. There's much more energy in these wines.
Yeah.
So we have the Cabernet Sauvignon. And for people who wonder, and if you're listening from BC, I know it's early in BC and you should be at the office right now, but nah.
So are we.
Yeah. Hey, come on, it's 5:30 here, 6 o'clock. But no, Cabernet Sauvignon, this is the appellation where we are here, correct? This
Cap Franc, Cap Sauv,
Cap,
anything
Merlot,
Cap. Yeah.
Merlot.
Yep.
If you're looking for the big reds, look for 4 Mile Creek appellation. For people outside of the region who knows all of the small sub-appellation, if you wonder, the 4 Mile Creek is the hottest spot,
sunny,
and that's where you can develop your big cabs. They have a beautiful vineyard here where they do just that. And so, and the 2017 Cabernet Franc as well, to me, was one of the rock star of the Cab Franc this year. One of the top Cab Franc Cabernet Franc that we've done. It was mostly Ontario. Because I believe that Ontario produced world-class Cabernet Franc. What you find here on the 4 Mile Creek are big, bold, and rich Cabernet Franc, but there's also a nice minerality and a slight earthiness who gives balance to it. It's not only the fruit bomb. And sometimes I have a hard time with that the fruit bomb of Cab Franc. You need a little bit of balance.
Yeah.
This has
So we always try to do like our barrel program. We try to do like almost like in thirds. You know, that we have. First of all, it's mostly French oak usually. Depending on the year, we might throw a little bit of American oak in there, but it's mostly French oak, and it's usually 1/3 that we do use newer barrels, 1/3 like a second use, and 1/3 neutral, so that you get that structure, but you don't kill the fruit.
You don't kill it, exactly. So there's that, and there's we threw in there a little candy, Carl's Wine Club wine. The members red. I think it's very appropriate for this week. It's Bella Terra week. It's the members reunion. Bella Terra, Marcel and Fred in particular were amazing partners in putting together the first ever Carl's Wine Club red blend. We're talking about 50% Merlot, 25 Cab Franc, 25 Cab Sauv. Outstanding value, where a couple dollars are going to Habitat for Humanity, Niagara, when you purchase it. So we throw in a Carl's Wine Club members red blend in that.
These are the last few cases.
I know, right? So we were worried at the beginning, but it's been such a great journey with that wine. People are like we did a small push last year, and we had some great reviews, and now the wine is just opening up even better.
I was gonna say, so if you didn't get it beforehand, like now is actually the time where you buy it, open it, and that's
the pop and pour.
So if you get this pack and you have friends over and you taste a couple of the great, the more expensive ones, this is to me the solid seller insurance, right? So that they don't drink all of your great stuff.
Exactly.
And I'm talking like $40-$50 bottles. This is to me like this is the kind of stuff that's always the second bottle, and you know, like when we talked about doing this is exactly what we had in mind. Like we wanted to have something
approachable,
and
you know,
and easy going.
The lifesaver when the friends are trying to dig in your cellar too much, they say, okay, wait a minute,
we still need something great.
Yeah, exactly.
Just not at that price point.
That's it, right? So here is the $26 wine that I want you guys to drink, and it's perfect for barbecue too. The barbecue, like for barbecue, I love that wine. Absolutely great with the cheeseburger on the grill or something like that. So yeah, that's this week's pack. And hey, we're here. We're in Niagara, all the way from the Okanagan. So we're having a blast talking with amazing people. Oh, Michelle are just starting their descent down to Pearson. So Michelle, my mom is taking care of the spaghetti. My mom made a big spaghetti sauce. She brought like 12 big.
So they're landing in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll be only another 6 hours before they get out of the airport.
Hopefully it goes.
Hopefully she didn't hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you guys are. It's going to be flawless for you. It's going to be seamless and easy.
No customs, so that's good.
That's good.
That
and I think that they're traveling light too, so there's no luggage.
No luggage. Perfect.
So now
you're good.
We'll see you in Niagara, Michelle and Rob, in 2 or 3 hours.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to see you. So I think it's it.
Yeah. The cool thing was going to be this Riesling, but it's not that cold anymore.
Yeah.
It
warmed up pretty quick.
Warms up pretty fast. In
Yeah,
the glass,
exactly.
So, yeah.
Do we want to go show our people the vines quickly?
Yeah. Let's see.
Just quickly here.
The next cool thing, we can actually go over here if we want to go this way.
This way? Okay. So let me check here, because now it's me. It's probably. I'm not sure if there's a flip camera, so let's do it that way.
Yeah, no problem. So
So there's the
You
pond.
can hear the bullfrogs in the pond. There you go.
Yeah, they're pretty noisy, eh?
Yeah. And part of the party on Friday, I'm still wondering if we should start a synchronized swimming team here at the pond so we can hold the tryouts if it gets too hot.
Just to compete with Black Hills, right? What Black Hills are doing at for their Nota Bene.
So,
No, thank you.
So as hot as it might be, it hasn't always been like this. So we have this little, people come out and they want to go for a walk around the vineyard. We put a tour together that takes people from 450 million years ago to today. So this is one of the stops showing how all of this area and most of North America was like 1.5 kilometers under ice. And you can see, if you're not really familiar with the lay of the land here, that all of that ice, when it melted, it all drained out through the St. Lawrence River, of course, and we were left with what you can see now in the distance, the escarpment at the end, where this was the one of the basins, the lowest spot. So even the escarpment was first under ice and then underwater.
So even the escarpment was under
sorry,
ice?
first underwater,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
under ice. So this used to be a subtropical ocean, and so when we go around here, where the tractor blades.
That's the one. That's what Lou hates the most.
Yeah, so this is a very expensive hill where the tractor blades get ruined. But so you can see actually all these different things. So we have like, these layers of mud that over time turn to stone. We have red, yellow, and gray shale. And then from that big ice age here that we had, we have these big, huge chunks of granite here as well. So all of these things make up that soil. I'm just trying to see if we have a rock here with some of the
some of the layers.
Here, there you go. There's always something. You can see.
Oh yeah, hey, these are
all the little crustaceans and the plant material that used to be in the ocean. So that is still all around us here. So
Mira, we're right that way.
So
that is so cool. Now we can.
The Franc here.
Yeah, that's the Franc.
Looking good. So we had, this is the flowering done. This is the start. I don't know. Are we?
Yeah.
See? Yeah,
that's the start of the berry.
This is the start of the berry. So things are moving very, very quickly here.
Hey, y'all.
Cheers.
So
Cheers.
there you go.
Francois is looking forward to seeing you tomorrow,
Awesome.
Marcel.
Fantastic.
There you go. So Marcel was just telling the story about the pile of rocks here.
Yeah, I knew
So
there was a story with
all
that.
of the debris from the glaciation. So
Yeah.
Oh.
So we have, we can. So as far as you can see here, it's tending to the vines is a little bit easier than in a lot of wine regions because everything is on flat ground, and unlike out in your area where getting water is the problem, we do have a
unlimited
good amount of
unlimited supply.
unlimited supply.
Yeah.
So we have to the plants, the vines, they don't like to get their feet wet, right? So we have actually in every row here under drainage, so that the soil does stay dry. So as an example, we had the massive downpour today that you got caught in, right?
Yeah.
So
Got
have a
caught
look at this.
Getting the car for the wife.
Are you able to come down here? So this is like rock hard at the moment, but look at it. This is right. This is the top side. This morning, it poured. There was
Not this morning. It was 2:00 this
Oh,
afternoon.
this afternoon. That
Yeah,
even. That's right.
Yeah. It's dry like
And
that.
it's
Wow.
bone dry.
Wow, that's really impressive.
That's pretty special.
So sand
bet
and sandy loam, right? So that it drains decent, but we need to help. We need to help it, you know. But this is why the vines look the way they do.
So if you come on for the dinner on Friday night, I mean, you're going to be right by the vines. So you can join us. There's still some ticket available. All of these explanation, all of this knowledge will be available, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you have questions, we'll be able to walk right over to the vine.
Exactly.
You can ask the vine yourself. That's it.
So it's going to be a blast. So this is Bella Terra week. We have a 7 bottles feature this week. Outstanding in the white only. Listen to that. 93, 92, and 91 points, Carl's Wine Club. So we have a Riesling Wild Ferment. We have the brand new Chorus Vineyard Sauvignon Blanc that I just rated 92 points. And the outstanding barrel fermented Chardonnay 2018 vintage. And the big reds, the Cap Sauv, the Cap Franc, who's the star of the show here at Bella Terra Vineyard, and a Blanc de Blanc as a bonus bottle. So, we didn't even talk about it. It's free shipping. It's free shipping across the country. So, okay. We've been experiencing so many, like the wineries got hit. Like they're getting hit every week by surcharge and increase of price by the shipping companies.
For the shipping, yeah.
And you see members seeing every week increase, and Marcel and his team went beyond everything we were hoping. They're offering free shipping for this week offer. So
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hot one. I'm glad I have this Sauv Blanc here.
So Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, this is Bella Terra week. We're here, Carl and Mira and Marcel.
They might come back, they might not.
So we're wishing you a great rest of your Wednesday, and the people in BC, sorry for getting on a little earlier than usual.
Hope you have a great rest of your afternoon.
Yes, and everyone in the Eastern time zone, enjoy your dinner, and we'll chat soon.
Cheers.